star witness returns to the stand today in the trial of a former Rutgers student accused of spying on his roommate, who later committed suicide.
On Monday, as 48 Hours correspondent Erin Moriarty reports, Molly Way testified how she and the defendant, Dharun Ravi, saw Tyler Clementi kissing another man.
He just opened up a chat box with himself and clicked a video button, and after that popped up an image of Tyler and his guest, and they were kissing.
With Tyler Clementi's family in the courtroom, prosecutors zeroed in on the only other person to first witness his encounter with another man that night, Dharun Ravi's friend, Molly Way.
Were you able to recognize what you saw on the screen as being Dharun's room?
Vaguely, it was dark, but I just knew.
Ravi, who was asked by Clementi to be left alone for a few hours that night, used Way's computer to activate his web camera.
Now, approximately how long was this video open on your computer for?
Very, very brief, like 2 seconds or less.
Now, after you saw that, what was the defendant's reaction? How was he acting?
Just shocked and kind of surprised at what he saw, freaking out a little. And initially we were saying how we couldn't tell anyone what just happened.
Despite their initial decision to keep quiet, word spread. First amongst friends in the dorm, and later on Ravi's Twitter account. Ravi allegedly made a second attempt to spy on his roommate, and one day later, Clementi committed suicide. Ravi is charged with 15 counts, including invasion of privacy, hindering apprehension, and bias intimidation as a hate crime. If found guilty of the last charge, he faces up to 10 years in prison.
So you're facing a
Defense attorney Stephen Altman questioned the most serious of charges with Way on the stand. Ravi and Way were foolish teenagers, he said, playing a college prank, not targeting Clementi for his sexual orientation.
He never told you that he wanted to put Tyler in fear, did he?
No.
You never had any discussions with Dharun on what you could do or what he was going to do about intimidating Tyler?
No.
Way testified Monday that Ravi knew Clementi was gay but didn't make a big deal of it. Testimony that legal expert Trent Copeland says may have actually damaged the prosecution's case.
Yeah, the prosecution's facing a real challenge now. Remember, their chief star witness was unable to give them exactly what they needed, and that was that this was a crime motivated by an animus, a hostility towards gays.
And Erin Moriarty is with us now in the studio. Molly Way testifying yesterday. What about her? She did some sort of a deal?
Yeah, she originally was also charged with invasion of privacy, but she didn't set up the camera, so authorities allowed her to be in this pretrial intervention program, which meant that she could do community service and then, of course, testify if she's going to cooperate with authorities. What's interesting about this is normally the defense would say she has no credibility, she made a deal, but her testimony yesterday was both positive and negative, so they may say, yeah, you can believe her.
More positive for the defense?
It was. I mean, initially, when you look at it, it was very positive for the defense in the sense that if you're going to charge someone with invasion of privacy, that person has to think they're going to observe a sex act. And she testified that Dharun Ravi was shocked when he saw what was on tape, that he may have even set up the computer initially because he was worried about his stuff. There was a stranger coming in the room. But here's where it's negative. There were actually 2 attempts. The first one, he may have been shocked, but there's evidence that Dharun Ravi set up the camera a second time, even if it was never viewed anything, and he can't act like he was shocked then. He knew what happened the first time. So it's both positive and negative.
A lot to look at, and probably another 3 or 4 weeks of this before it goes to jury. So
I think so. It's going to be tough on the jury. It's
Yeah.
going to be tough on the jury.
Erin, thanks.